Guys, my name is International Master Minh, who just lost so badly against Dania. Yes, yes it is. So now I'm playing with my subs, and we are going to play a game, like 10 minutes game rapid, and then we're gonna try to go through some lessons and go through some, like answer question along the game about how I think in the move, how is my thinking process, and like just how to be better here. Okay, ready? Reverse I gone now. And go. I mean, well, I don't know. Let's go like, okay, I'm gonna go E5 maybe? Knife 3. So do you guys want me to play the elephant? Or maybe like just play knight c6 or play some normal stuff? What do you think? Maybe even like the Petrop is fine. What do you think? Actually, it's fine. I mean, like Dania is also streaming, so it is good. I think really good idea to go to watch him. I can say. Scholar's mate. Okay, so yeah, I think I don't want to bully Wendy. I think I'm gonna play something normal. Let's play 96. Well, actually, I mean, in my channel, so yeah, if you wanna get subs, you need to wait for sure. For a long time, I wanna say. For a long time. Basically, so what I wanna say is that, like, it is very small channel. We are improving. It will take time. D6. Let's play this one. Let's play this line. This is like very famous variation. I mean, if Wendy remember, so I also played this trick with her earlier. Just got a feeling she's gonna walk into that one right away. Queen e4. And that's all. I don't even know if she remember this game, but I mean, this is the thing. Yeah, this is good. At least this is good. Knife 6. The main trick here, I mean, like the thing I have played with Wendy earlier is that now if you go like Queen d4 here, I play c5. Queen d5, bishop e6, and in the future I got c4 here and the bishop is trapped. G5, C5 here, defend the pawn. C4 is also what I want to do. Well, the thing for Wendy is that she walked to that earlier. She walked into that earlier. I mean, I beat her with that kind of stuff earlier, so she remembered that for sure. Should d5 good, but this move, so she simply get the bishop out of the catches if c4 happening. a7. I should play rook b8 as well. But okay, a7 is the move that I can try to bring my rook to the to e7 maybe in the future. c3. She's playing pretty well. Bishop e7. I develop the bishops. Defend this pin, and also with a small trap here. With small traps. Do you usually memorize lines? Yes, I mean for the GM, that is a must. That's basically a must, I can say. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, Wendy. I mean, I really want to go for longer games, but guy, finish Wendy for me. I mean, I really want to play for longer games, but I'm sorry, Wendy. Oh, I'm sorry, my mom. I'm sorry, my mom. This is very important tricks. You always need to be able to know. Since now, okay, take here, so bishop g5, right? You win the bishops. And if you place here, I got knight 7 back. And whatever it is, she still dropped a piece right now. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Wendy. And yes, I want to tell you earlier. Now you go knight 7. And this is like, yeah, as Auntie mentioned, a very puzzle rush trick. And yeah, I mean, hopefully this is something she can learn from, I can say. And this is a thing that, you know, like a true 1300 might miss. Actually, it is. I mean, Antair and some stronger guys may, I mean, for that thing easily, but for, you know, a 1300, she may fall for that tricks, I think. I guess that there is a chance she will fall for that. Knight c3. So now I just simply trying to convert a position that I'm up a piece. I go knight g6 first. Not only I want to activate the knight, also I can try and get the rook to the open file. Yeah, they might. Yeah, they might, I guess. Yeah, they might. Also, now you can even think about f5 as well. To open up the f5 for your rook here. Also, the bishop can get active as well. But here, I will never for sure. The thing is that, you know, like she's my mom, I will never think differently. Knight e2. I guess she wants to like maneuver the knight to g3 maybe. I want to go f5. Not only, as I mentioned earlier, activate my bishop here, my rook as well, but also this really weaken her pawn structures, I mean. I don't really know what she can do here. It's a bit passive. Okay, now do you hear that? Actually, guys, do you hear that? Do you hear that weird noises that my mother make? You hear that? Vâng, 5 phút nữa ăn lên. And well, let me translate that into English. I will get up in 5 minutes. F3 takes. Well, just say that, but I mean normally it should be like around 5 minutes. Takes. Okay, now I simply trying to liquidate into a winning endgame. To F7. Yeah, I mean actually my mom. Okay, I mean like tomorrow I go for the trip, but I still didn't prepare much thing as why. Queen f6. Bring my queen to the file. Also, I got some tricks in the f file. Queen b2 can also be considered as well. When will you stream again? Good question. I don't know. I cannot promise. I mean, if in the playing venue that I play, the Wi-Fi is so bad, so I cannot stream there. But that's decent. I will stream, I think, around in 2 days. But once again, it depends on the Wi-Fi in the hotel. But actually, I was quite concerned and doubtful about that. B3, bishop g4. Bring my bishop to the game. Also, this queen now is being like, you can see that like she need to cover both the knight and the rook on a1, right? Where are you going? Well, I play the national team championship in around 2 days. No, sorry, in 4 days. I mean, in 4 days. Tomorrow I travel to there first. Mobile Wi-Fi. I wish. Knight 4. Now the final part of the game is simply trying to bring pieces into the game, which will be so much for her to bear, I can say. I also get this kind of tricks here. Take this pawn on g2. I can also think of knight d3 as well. Hey, I'm fine. I'm really fine right now. Guys, what should I do now? Finish her, yes. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I mean, if I can even stream with my phone. I can even stream with my iPhone here. Don't really know if that works. Guys, made her into. Finish that. I can stream with my phone here, but don't even still. I will try to figure it out. But made her. Come on. Please. Finish the game. No, I'm not ready. I mean, you fell for my tricks earlier. I'm really sorry. Knight 2 is fine, but Queen E2 she can defend that. So I'm sorry, Wendy. This is much faster. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to go there and I will just try for sure, but sorry, Wendy, again. No, you hear my mom calling? I mean, actually. Okay, Wendy, please resign. Please. Okay, so do you want to go for a brief talk? I need to go really soon. So do you want to go for a brief talk? On Discord maybe? And short analysis. No worries. You want to go for a brief talk, or I'm just talking here? Okay, sure. Let's get into Discord, and yeah, let's talk things fast. One moment. Yeah, I need to go really soon, so let's make it fast. Actually. No, 99 accuracy, Ming. Oh my gosh. Hello?
Hello?
You hear me?
Hi, yeah.
Anyone hear her voice? Anyone hear her voice? Wait a second, why is my voice duplicated?
Because I'm playing your stream on my computer.
Okay.
I'll turn it off. I'll mute it. This is better?
Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, somehow I figured out that I talk and then my voice echo again. That feels weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to go fast since, yeah, my mom's calling me. I mean, my real mom. I mean, my real mom.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, in the game we played real pass. We played real pass, and obviously yeah, bishop a4 d6. The thing that normally why I need to do there is like c3. D4 is called like D4 is the gambit. Then you need to know a bit about the theory. If you don't, so it's not easy to play. The
And
main yeah, the main line there. I want to show you the main line first. The main line is like d6, and then d4 is great, but the main line is like c3. c3 and bishop can go c2 and d4, and you play like a normal real pass.
okay.
Here it is. Okay, so c3 is normal thing. So I play bishop d7, and you go castles, bishop c2 and d4, and you play like a normal real pass. This thing becoming quite famous after Magnus used this one a lot in the World Blitz Championship 2019. d4 is wrong. I mean, as we already played earlier, right? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We fight bishop b3, so now d4 here. Takes. Yeah, obviously queen d4 is wrong, since queen d4 allows c5. And queen d5, bishop e6, right? Also one thing, yeah, I mean we played that earlier.
This was the one.
Yes. I mean you was bullied by this one for once actually. Queen c6, and now this one. And yes, that's how it works. And this trick is like very important. I think there are some strong player even miss for this. I see Hikaru, like trap a lot of player with this variation. I mean here, if you really want to play this variation, the main line is c3, and c3 actually is a drawish variation. c3.
Is that to develop the knight?
No, since now dc3 queen e5, and now this is perpetual. Now this is actually a perpetual here. That black get nothing to defend.
Oh, okay.
This is also, I think, a very drawish variation. And Antia asked me that why not queen d1, but queen d1 c4 is like the same thing, right? Like basically the same thing. In this line, so if you want to play the main line, so c3 is the thing, and it is a drawish variation. Castle is good, but actually now it's not easy for you to get back the pawn on d4. I can always play c5 to defend the pawn on d4. It's not easy for you to get back the material. Knight f6 in the game. Bishop g5, okay. c5, bishop d5 is good. Rook a7. In this kind of variation, you should always remember the move a4, which you miss in the game.
What's a4 meant to do here?
Simply, it can open up the a file where my rook is like hanging on a7. Also in a real pass, it's a very common move and typical one as well. Don't go attempt to go for the a file. You can just think like, okay, if I play before here, for instance, you can go like knight d2, knight c4 maybe, and get this square. Also, if it doesn't go for that, you can take on b5, and they can take back since my rook on a7 is hanging, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that will be a bit tricky for me to finish my development. You have a question?
Nope, just listening.
Okay, good. So in the game you play c3, which is fine as well. Bishop e7. So here, I think you commit a mistakes, actually losing mistakes. Obviously, when my opponent, when your opponent make a move, you need to ask first in your minds like, okay, so what did he want to do? So simply here you can see that like, okay, if I was black, what I'm gonna do next? You can see knight d5 is an obvious move, right? And a positive rush moment. And when you see that, you should take on maybe like, I think that this move maybe, or simply like bishop c6 maybe, but that are on fine. Also, I mean, although you're down a pawn, unless it's better than being down a piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think prefer this one, bishop c6, bishop d7, and you takes, and you go cd4 maybe. Although you double pawn, but there might be some compensation, but not that clear as well, I can say.
So I should try to trade bishops with you instead of taking the knight.
The thing is that, I mean, I feel that right now if you take an f6, I got this move. And you can see my bishop is gonna be so strong in the diagonal, right? In this diagonal. And also, yeah, it have no counterparts. So I think trading the light square bishop may be more useful. Although obviously you are still slightly worse as well. But at least it's better. In the game you commit a serious mistakes. A serious mistake. By, you know, by simply like cd4 and d5, and yeah, it is like, I think over right away. It's over. In the game you just like play for some more moves, but nothing can be changed. I think basically the game can be stopped from here. Obviously if you want to go for some, yeah, like, I think counter playing, you should play much more, I can say, like, active, maybe, like c3, okay, something f4 maybe. Although obviously you're still losing, but that's like your pawn can be get, you know, maybe, I mean, against some other player, you can have some chances. Here, so in the game, although, I mean, obviously, I mean, you play with me, so it doesn't work for sure, but if you play with someone like as strong as you, so it might work. So when you're down material, just trying to play something tricky, play ITF, and hope for some miracle to happen. You understand?
Yeah, so I was worried about pushing f4 because I was worried about weakening my king side. You think I should have done it anyways?
Yes, I mean, like, now you're down piece already. Why worry for the king side? Basically, when you're completely losing right now. I mean, that's why. I mean, that's why. So you mean that's why you should go for some activity and hope for some miracle to happen. Also, the thing is that you know, like for e5 and go for some center break, should be like the normal idea here. Even when you're like, I can say, like equal material, but obviously now you're losing. Now you're losing in the game. So okay, f3 takes to f1. Yeah, now everything just like, I think, completely losing. Sure. So in this game, so what can you learn? I think what you can learn from and benefit from is that, you know, like, I think the opening goes slightly wrong, I can say. Like, you should learn this kind of opening and should learn this kind of traps. Obviously next time, you know, this is called experience. This time you meet this, and next time if you meet this again, you might know how to react against, right? So the opening is a good thing to understand here. And also the other thing is that how can you like play normally in this real best variation, and also like, I mean, always trying to, you know, remind yourself of like asking what will your opponent going to do. In a game you forget to do that, and then you let me take a d5 and then I win a piece, which I think end the game right away, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A good bishop, I like knew I should have watched out for that because it's a pretty common puzzle.
Yes, it is.
And I'm just like a little bit embarrassed to have missed that, but yeah, now I know, I guess.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so any question for the game?
And for me, I think.
Okay.
Terraces, I can hand her the repertoire you prepared for me.
Yes, I mean, like, I really recommend you to like, well, watch the VOD again and trying to remember this repertoire. I mean, this line right now is getting quite popular. This trap actually is pretty good for black, so just be careful. And I mean, if you play correctly, you'll get a fine position for sure. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I think that's it, and hopefully you enjoyed the short lesson for sure. Short lesson and the short explanation as well.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Okay, no worries, and goodbye. I mean, my real mom again is calling like hell. Okay, so thank you for the game, and see you.
See you later. Take care.
Okay, guys. Okay, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this short game. Not that instructive, to be fair, since she missed a thing really fast, but okay, it's like a trap that you should know for black and for white as well, right?